casting 2 types of spells so we can give 'em hell.
Only shooting stars break the mold.
Hello everybody and welcome to Brawl Stars. I'm Amy the Amazonian and this is my cat Scraps, and today I'm playing Eshki Dragonclaw. Eshki is a Temur human warrior that grows and draws you a card if you cast a creature and a non-creature spell before you go to combat. And if you take additional combats or additional turns, you can trigger this even more. The most notable thing that triggers Eshki are adventures, where you can cast both the non-creature side and the creature side before you go to combat, so you get a huge commander and a lot of value on top of that. Eshki is also in Temur colors, which means you have access to some of the best spells, taking extra turns, doing all sorts of things with cards like loot, and even generating cards, which can help you trigger Eshki's ability. I'm running a lot of arena-only cards in this because they're incredible with Eshki, whether it's generating a creature each turn or generating a non-creature each turn. There's all sorts of spells that are able to conjure spells so you can get more value out of Eshki. So let's take her into the queue and see if we can cast both a creature and a non-creature spell each turn. Joyra, Ageless Innovator. I do have some ramp here with the Bloom Tender. I've got the Otter to get both sides of the spell, and they are going to be cheating various artifacts into play. This hand is a little iffy because I don't have a way to deal with her, but Joyra is very quickly able to get out of control. She also has some kind of combo-y things she can do, because if you can untap her, you can use her some more. Oh, nice. I got a 3rd land. That makes me feel a lot more confident about this hand. And maybe I could have... Ooh, Eshki. 2 Eshki. Hello, Joyra. I don't have anything to harmonize yet, so I should save this. And I'll play Eshki. I don't get a trigger this turn. Yeah, if I wanted to, I could have Songcraft or Mage. That would cause this to tap for 3 and then play like Oracle of the Alpha. Corridor Monitor! Okay, yep, as I said, there's some like pod stuff they can do too. Nice. I don't know why you're thinking at me. Popcorn? Thinking? Kisses? You need kisses? Repurposing Bay lets them sacrifice that. As I said, pod-like things. Okay, so what 3 mana artifact you get? Nice Synthesizer. I love Synthesizer. I hate playing against it, but I love the card. It spits out constructs, these constructs that grow anytime an artifact enters, which is very good with this. I should say an artifact with a mana value 3 or more, which you could easily cheat into play. So let's tap you for 3. Make Eshki Dragonclaw 2. Play Oracle of the Alpha. This puts a lot of really nice non-creature spells that cost no mana or very little mana into my deck. Get a land, get a Rebuke. I think Rebuke will be very, very big for me. They're saying nice. Okay. Thanks. I'm kind of scared of what you're going to do this turn because you can cheat in a 6 mana artifact. And they still do have a bunch of mana. Okay, they put in a Signet. Protection. If I Rebuke that, they get protection again. They do have this up, which means that they can stop me from doing a recast as well. So I'll go for Tome of Gadwick. That's my non-creature spell. Llanowar Elves. There's a creature spell. I'm going to use Tome of Gadwick on Oracle of the Alpha because this swinging in still gets me something. It gets me a Scry. And Scry is good. These two will both trigger because we cast creature, non-creature. I like the new protection animation. I think it's good looking. Swing in with the Oracle, get myself the Tome trigger, and also a Scry. Tail's End. Tail's End. Okay. I'm seeing some stuff here. Seeing what I like. I am going to destroy an artifact and draw 2, discard 2. Me draw. You go bye-bye. I'm going to drop this Brainstorm and Otter. Excellent. Okay, good. I'd destroy this, but it's indestructible. But perhaps in the future, I could bounce it into their hand and then counter it on the way down. They're up to 8 now on Joyra. Healy Archive, and they can cast just the blue spells, like extra turns, off of that right now. They do have 5 mana. But I want to, like, rebuke and just swing in for lethal if I can. They're thinking again. I did. Okay. All right, man. Can you bay? Can you Michael Bay into something? Because this is what the Tail's End I wanted for. Using Tail's End on Joyra's ability? Nope. If the thing came in... Because 4 goes to 5, and 5 is Paradox Engine. And that's what I was worried about. Paradox Engines. Stopped it. We're good. Nissa Ascended Animist. This is the Craterhoof Behemoth, sort of, that's based on a number of forests you control. She can destroy artifacts or enchantments, she can make Phyrexian horrors, and she can come out for as little as 5 mana, as long as you're willing to pay some life. I'm gonna need to hold up some of this counter magic, which I'm pretty lucky to have had in my opening hand. People are looking at my shirt and wondering what it says. It says, I got that dog in me. So this Lotus Cobra means I actually have to hold up the counter magic this turn, because a fetch land plus a Cobra is 5 mana, and I'm scared of this Nissa. I'm also scared of Springheart Nantuko. I wish I were going to Costco right now and getting a dog. I could go for Eshki and a trigger here. I'm actually going to play this Mox Amber first. We get to draw a card, and she gets 2 counters. Temur Battle Crier could give me some sweet discounts, too. It's only for spells on my turn, so it doesn't discount casting things on my opponent's turn. It's still great, especially for chaining together spells. Lotus Cobra. Making another Lotus Cobra. Yeah, this is what I was worried about. The double Cobra Slam. But I didn't have 5 mana last turn, and this is the only, like, burn removal I have. Hi, Nissa. You making a plant? Sure are. I can attack Nissa with Eshki, at least. It's not going to get me the Eshki trigger. They might be able to land the Nissa, but I think that because my Eshki's, like, kind of big, I should be all right. Take out the Nissa, get in my swing, and I'll be generating a spell each turn. Somebody's asking, how many counter spells do I run? I think there's 4 in the deck. they don't trigger Eshki unless I'm casting them during my turn, or like they don't contribute. But when you're in these colors, I find that it's just so helpful to have counter spells. Oh, nice. More lands to go fallen. So we got Electro Dominance. Oh, that's a really cool way for me to cast a creature and a non-creature. I'm going to do X equals 3. Do you want to just do X equals 2 so I can hold up mana drain? Yeah, let's do X equals 2. Bop that. Bring out Arm Scavenger. That's a creature and a non-creature spell cast. I should consider Electro Dominance for my deck. Oh, I didn't even think of it when I was brewing. Thanks, Kayla's Kindling. Hey, look! It's like legit just 3 of the 4 counter spells. I believe the last counter spell in the deck is the one that steals on a coin flip. The Modern Horizon one. Spirit of the Elder Guard. I want 4 mana. Put that back on top of your deck. You don't get another... oh, no, this would have put it back on top of your deck. Put it in the graveyard so you don't get a land. We still have 2 mana up. And now we're going to draft 2 spells. One of these can make creatures and non-creatures. One can just make creatures. I'm going to go for the cheapest one there. Mask of Immolation, Mirror Shield, and Jousting Lance. I'll go Mask. I wonder if I should go for this Pyromancer soon. I want to discard the Thieving Aven and Trumpeting Carnosaur. Killing that Springheart Nantuko. Re-equipping this. I'll throw it on this elemental because I might do the same thing, just bop someone. Swing in for 10. Oh, do I also have Counterspell in the deck? Then there's one more Counterspell. Yeah, the strange balance in Brawl of both trying to do your game plan and stop your opponent from doing their game plan. Yeah, Eshki applies so much pressure. And protecting her with counterspells, I think, is the best way to do it. When in blue, do blue things. 6! On top of the deck. And there we go. Get a nice little win through some tempo and some pressure. Vinwixit Verbose Host. Vinwixit is going to be starting their engines and then drawing extra cards, but only if they resolve. Ideally, I can stop Vinwixit from coming down with this Wash Away I've got in my hand. Guess I'll name Red. We'll name Red with this. Because once Vinwixit's down, they're going to have already started their engines. Oh, I guess I needed blue on it, since I think they might come down here. I saw the fear of missing out. I was like, ooh, I could cast that. Ended up with this instead. Yeah, once they start their engines, they can just keep going. But I think this should be all right. Having the Delighted Halfling stops a lot of their tempo, because this deck isn't just drawing cards, it's drawing counter spells, using these small little damage-dealing creatures to start up this little damage piece here. Let's see, I got 1, 2, 3. Let's get some blockers. Oh, someone's got a subtlety, don't they? Let's get some blockers, yeah. Can't make number go up if I can block. There are some unblockable creatures you can put in blue. Nice. Accident-prone apprentice. Lets me remove abilities from something until end of turn. Aww. They made my Oracle unable to block. Well, unable to block in the air. No longer a bird wizard, now just a bird wizard toy. He has no mouth and he cannot scram. Are you gonna subtlety it? Technically not a counter spell. I'm going to put 0 counters on 0 creatures. This is just to trigger Eshki. Ooh, what if I had 2 Eshkis and one of them knew how to fly? That sounds pretty fun. They're leaving back 1. I wonder why. Maybe because they didn't get a land? Well, now they're going to be double drawing so long as Vinwixit is in play. Dang, Eshki loses abilities. But Eshki's clones won't lose their abilities. Hi, I need flying Eshki clones, and I need them now. So there's a non-creature spell, and here's a creature spell. Cool. And play that post-combat. Can you not even attack? Oh, it's got Defender! Poor baby. Get him! Oh, whoops. I passed through. That's fine. I don't need that. There's nothing I'm washing away here, right? Probably not. Agent of Rafine can steal from the top of my deck. Don't mind me, just trying to get my triggers going. My Fanatic. My Apprentice. Look at my little otter wizards. They're so cute. I can free her. Apprentice. Maybe next turn. Eshki will be free of her stasis field. See what I draw. Well, they passed right through. I don't love seeing that. It's always a little like, oh, what are you doing there, huh? Well, don't have anything of power 4 or greater until I... Hold up. Free my girl. They tried to phase her out so the stasis field wouldn't be in play because it's an attached aura. I'm giving you a land. I'm putting you closer to River's Rebuke mana. You love land, probably. And I don't actually have a creature to play here, but I do have Kayla's Kindling, which is just awesome. I'm going to bop the Agent of Rafine or the Spectral Sailor. This is giving them draw 2. This is drawing from my deck. I think hitting the Spectral Sailor is probably smarter because Vinwixit's in play. See if they use up 4 mana. Yes, they do. They're going to draw 2. Well worth it. And I'm still swinging in because damage is damage. Damage, go, please. Not you, Doe. I need you here. They're down to 7. And next turn, if this is still in play, I'll be getting something. I'll be getting a spell off the spellbook. Personally hoping for something big. Is Banefire on here? Something big and uncounterable? That would be nice. Just, like, tap that Fanatic of Ronas and bop him. Come on. Banefire. No, I can kill 1, 2, 3 creatures with that, with Volcanic Fallout. Chariot of Peaks is just awesome. I don't want to kill my Undelighted Halfling, but, like, I don't mind killing my Undelighted Halfling. Instant, sorcery. Okay, I'm gonna actually go for the Dwagon. Dang, I ended up getting a creature. Okay, goes back on top of my deck. Yeah, I'll keep that on top of my deck. That's a good card. And now I know I'm getting a creature. Swing with you and you. They'd be able to block that. Fallout can't be countered. Yeah, it's part of what I was considering, because, like, they have the Terramander, they have the Hope of Girapur, they have the Agent of Rafine, and taking out 3 of those feels pretty good. Wow, they're going to 1. Okay. Gonna chump block with the baby bird. Ah, excellent. Things I could do. Attack. Things I'd rather do. X equals 5 or more. Can't be countered. Very important line of text right there. Yeah, get kindled. I love Kayla's Kindling. Both good for this deck, just a good spell overall. GG. Urza, Lord Protector. Urza is going to be discounting their artifacts, instants, and sorceries, and can meld with the Mind Stone and Weak Stone to become, like, Ultra Urza. He becomes a Planeswalker. This hand seems alright. I've got Birds of Paradise. I've got Bloom Timber. I've got Ramp. I also have ways to recur spells from my graveyard that I don't have. I don't need those. I would like them. I don't need them. Let's use Verdant Catacombs to get Breeding Pool. Shock it in so we get a little tweet. Peep, peep. Yeah, these are 2 of my, like, Snapcaster type effects. Ooh. Homo Gadwick, even. Bloom Tender, if I can get Eshki out, we'll tap for 3 mana. Ooh, okay, so this is definitely focused on the instants and sorceries cost less aspect of Urza. This is 100% that kind of Urza. Do I feel like just furying these 2? Or Eshki unable to scream. I want to do what my commander does. Eshki, Agent of Rafine, is unable to scream. Get the Eshki trigger for the draw. Not a land. What a shame. I'll let Jace loot a little. A loodle. I don't want you stealing from me. I am the one who steals. Booties! They're humiliating the Bloom Tender, putting me back on mana. Do you want a land? I don't have a way to trigger the non-land and land thing. Or, sorry, a non-creature and creature thing. So I'm going to set up to do it next turn. They draw. Jace can shrink a creature. He is annoying, but also, like, I have a big Temur lady. Hi, Urza. I'm a little worried about them having removal here, but they would have to pay the ward, which is why I'm a little less afraid of it. Just gonna kill my bird? Okay. I don't need no bird. I mean, I'd like a bird. You can keep bolting my birds all day long. I will mill you. There's my non-creature spell. Want to go for ramp? Let's go for some ramp creature spell. They have 8 toughness between these. Die, Jace. Sometimes you gotta bolt a bird. Or humiliate a bird. I think, yeah, humiliate a bird. And I'm gonna evoke here, dropping my Songcrafter Mage, because, like, now, yes, I do have something to bring back. It's Thought Scour. It's fine. I'm gonna bop the Urza. Good old creatures that I'm not actually using as creatures. Oh, and I got a Serum Visions. Oh, that's such cool art. That's really rad. I will draw a card and then scry too. Ooh, Cabaret Revels. I will play Cyba Siphoner. Sorcery speed, I know. Very, very exciting. Grab that Thought Scour. Oh my goodness, I have cast a non-creature and a creature spell. Die! You gotta play Cabaret Revels. Cabaret Revels is value that gets around a lot of what blue and blue-white are doing. Aw, Kitten blinks. They can blink the Mightstone and Weakstone to kill stuff. Or ramp. Are you gonna put chip on cat? Nope, glass casket. I don't have anything glass casketable. This is a 4 mana, this is a 4 mana, and this is not a creature. That's a very loud concession noise. But yeah, Eshki is huge. She's protected. And we have interaction left in our hand. GG. Errant and Giada. They're going to be flashy, flying, and doing all those things off the top of their deck. I have Turtle and Ramp. Love that. I have Value, and I have Trying to Steal Their Commander. as I do. Arrington Giada is probably going to be pretty hard for me to land spells against, though, because they can just have a deck that's almost entirely things at instant speed. Counter spells, removal, and then their creatures, which flash and fly. Yeah, I had built an Arrington Giada deck that was fairly oppressive. Definitely a tricky one to play against. I need blue mana, so let's try to get some of that blue. Perfect. My forest now taps for 2. Hello, yes, this is blue and blue-white mana now. I don't have another blue source, so I can't hold that up. I guess I'll bring out Stomping Ground. Are you gonna flash somebody out? Like a Brineborn Cutthroat? Malcolm. Archivist of Ogma. Oh, that's good against fetch lands. They sure did bolt that in. Which could mean that they're going to use it to flash out that if they don't counter Eshki. I guess I'll try to play Eshki. Does Eshki resolve? I'm a little worried. I don't think she is. Her and her little dog too. They've disputed it. Well, you've won that dispute. I think Loot or the Vantasar. Loot for most cute. Go Loot! Double Strike, Vigilance, Haste, and a bunch of abilities that I can't actually use this turn. But next turn, wouldn't that be nice? Nope, okay, Loot goes back on top of the deck. You don't think I'm going to be able to play another spell this game? I believe that I can resolve one, maybe. I want you to leave up. Yep. That. Loot again. Counter spell. Do I have the blue land that stops counter spells? No, I'm not that big on that one. Wingbane Ventisar. I tapped wrong. I meant to keep one of the red open. Oh, it doesn't matter anyway because of this. Okay, Arrington Giada. Arrington Giada are gonna get stepped on. Did not need to shock that in. Doesn't matter, dinosaur. So this dinosaur is a digital-only card that you should absolutely put into Eshki. It is a creature and a non-creature spell. It's versatile removal. It's also cool and a dinosaur. Which I don't think I need to sell you on anything beyond it's a dinosaur, right? Songcrafter Mage to grab that Savage Stomp out of the graveyard. Nope, I do not need to harmonize. I just want to step. Stepping on the guy. Doo, 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 doo. And that was important to me because now, monkey business. Serious monkey business. Now they can flash out Arrington Giada to block. But that means that they've tapped under, and now just swinging with the Vantasar. Now, if they have some flash flying things off the top of their deck, they can get some value out of Harrington Giada here. I could see if I have any things with flash or flying on the top of my deck. I do have a couple creatures with flash in my deck. Ooh, Battle Crier! That's such a cool card. It's such a cool card that's totally not resolving this turn. Okay. Maybe next turn. Go, monkey, go, monkey, go! I'm glad you appreciate my commentary, such as yelling about monkeys and yelling about birds. Lands are coming down. They have to block here. I'll recast this Battle Crier. Stealing? Oh, BFT, thank you for the sub. Steal their commander to make way for lethal damage. Nice, GG. Subsunen Luxa Embodied. Subsunen is a giant indestructible god, and she can grow each turn, either drawing you cards or being able to attack or block. Or actually both, because you play things that put a counter on a creature each turn, or proliferate, so she can both draw you 2 cards and attack and block. Yeah, Subsunen's pretty strong, but you have to get to 5 mana, and then protect her from, you know, the things that you run in Brawl to get around the fact that there's a lot of indestructible creatures out there. I'm running some. Karn's Temporal Sundering is one of them. What do we got on top? Arcane Signet. Hey, that's something to do on turn 2. I'll take it. I got ramp. I got ramp. I got Eshki. Are you gonna ramp? William. A way to put counters on things. I'm gonna name Human to make my human uncounterable. Oh, dang. If they play a fetch land here... Oh, thank God it's not a fetch land. This turn could go nuts. It's fine. It's just 2 +1/+1 counters. So I wonder who they're going to essentially Voltron onto here. Looks like they're not going on the Trample Kitten. They're going on to Bill. Tempting, but no. This is not me making use of Eshki at all. This is me being terrified of their start. And I think that's 100% appropriate. Like, can we Presley Bill and Scythe Cat Cub? If they put everything onto Scythe Cat Cub and had 2 fetch lands in a row, I believe they would have just had lethal, even through like 4 toughness. It's just how it would be. I'm hoping for 1 more land so I can Temporal Sundering, bounce that back into their hand, reset the counters, and take an extra turn. I wonder if they'll activate Innkeeper's Talent. This is mana drain mana. Still gonna go for it. Me extra turn, you go into hand. So do they get 6 extra mana? Okay. Eshki swings in. Oh, Planar Genesis. They were just gonna ramp. Whew. And here I was afraid of counter spells. Another fetch. Very fetching. We've got Brazen Borrower and Uro. I want to trigger Eshki, so I'm going to put that back into their hand. And then cast the Brazen Borrower. I could also cast the Topiary Stomper here. We got choices. Swing for 6. Word up. Welcome, Billiam. He's going to do 1 billion damage. I am potentially threatening lethal next turn, so they would have to block, buffing up the bill. And that's only if I, like, trigger both sides, which we'll see. Right now, it's all creatures. Let's see what Uro can find. Uro comes down from the top of the screen. It's just more creatures. So I don't get the Eshki trigger this turn. That's fine with me. I'm ramping, though. I love ramping. He comes down like, ooh, what's this? They're not cracking open the fetch. I feel like they should have. Unless they had something I really want to do here. Because it's like you pay 1 life, but you reduce 1 damage. Doing it pre-com or before the block. Why are you looking through your graveyard? Oh, because they're gonna also take an extra turn. They sure are. I can't do anything about that. Three life remain. 1 giant frog. Not coming into play yet because she does not save them. Oracle, potentially letting them play more off the top. There's a land. There's another land, but it's a fetch. Of course, our Crufix will gain them life as these lands enter. Help negate the damage from this. Eshki does have trample. So I think we're still, like, set on lethal. I'm also going to just bring out the Cybus Siphoner. Because it's 2 more damage. Swing in, end the game. GG Sebsinen. Miriam Sentinel Worm. Oh, worm. It's going to be dragons. There's not lands in this hand. There's like 1.5. Little slow. Still going to take it. Anything is better than that first hand. I do have a 3 mana, not really a spell, but kind of a spell here. And I'm probably going to have to use it to hit like a mana dork or something. Miriam is dragons that copy dragons. Usually focused more on land-based ramp because they can run some like damage-based sweepers. But Miriam's pretty scary. She is like so much incredible value, can deal so much damage, and just kept getting better with Tarkir. I was actually going to like call out this card specifically because it's like Cultivate only in green, but really, really sweet. Since they didn't play a mana dork, I guess I'll go for this Uro. Yes, this is a Costco hot dog shirt. Do you love it? Because I love it. Is it time for Miriam? Nope. Herd Heirloom. And Urza's Incubator. Oh, they're going for the big distance. They want to cast a dragon on the same turn that Miriam comes out. Which, yeah, I think that's the way to do it. I am going to Temporal Manipulation. I can put it back in my hand. Can't recast it this turn. Carnosaur. Gets me a Whittle Otter. Oh, do I want to just put that in my hand? I put it in my hand. Oh yeah, sometimes you just gotta do a 5-mana explore to try and find a way to stop this. Because if they go like Miriam Terror of the Peaks, it's terrifying. They have 4 mana, a big discount. Stormscale Scion. So this is going to come with an extra copy of itself, but that's a token. And then another token from Miriam. Because yes. Bouncing Miriam does very little here, so I think it's going to be the Explore again. It's getting real scary. I can bounce 1, but that's not enough. Hello, may I take another extra turn? Thank you. Sorry. I promise I could be more interesting than this. Just like not while I'm under a lot of pressure right now. I'm kind of freaking out. Destroy an artifact. Make a treasure. Me treasure. You know incubator. I have to be able to pay that crazy ward cost. It's not the highest, but still pretty high. If they cast a dragon... Okay, Temur Ascendancy. That's sushi. So those will die. The copies would die. But I don't want them to get all the value off the death. Also, am I dead? No, not quite. Thanks, Uro. You saved me. Oh, down to 16. Yeah, I gotta get like a Cyclotic Rift off the top. And even then... No, I'm looking at how much damage I have actually off Elusive Otter. So right now I have 7 damage that I can essentially get through no matter what. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Eshki in the Dexy. Not what I need to play to win the game. Just need a little bit of otter magic to wiggle my way under these dragons. GG, Miriam. Jarsel, Dark Age Scion. This is an unusual arena-only commander that recasts things from your graveyard and gets more and more and more intensity so it can get bigger and bigger spells out. First a 1, then a 2, then a 3 mana spell, and when Jarsel dies, you can remove all of the intensity and start back over. I've got this turn 1 Utopia Sprawl, that's why I kept this hand, since it gave me access to some blue. And I don't know if I should have gone for blue or red. It looks like I should have gone for red, because there is something for me to smash here. And hopefully I'll get another land. They're looking at my tome. Yeah, you want to read it? It gets me spells every turn I can cast. They're all cantrips. That's like the theme of this spell book. Going for an uncounterable human, maybe? What? Nothing currently in the graveyard for Jarsel to recast. Do I want Jarsel? I want Jarsel. This is mine. My Jarsel. Oh, I had a 1 mana spell in my graveyard. I got one right there. It's called Lightning Bolt. It's either that or play nothing. Then I can cook their goose. I could take an extra turn. Oh, I actually don't have red mana yet. Hey, buddy, you got red mana in there? I'm looking at the top of my deck. Okay, fine. You know what? It's Simic. I'll take it. Can they not get their commander back with House Meld? Not easily, no. Because the exile and the return to battlefield are all part of the same ability, and there's no delay between them, there's no time for you to put it back in the command zone. I have actually asked the Wizards of the Coast team to change the card, though, because I don't think that this is a fun or fair card the way it's currently written. Is it good? Yes, extremely good against commanders. But it really should be like, the exiled card perpetually becomes an enchantment, return it to the battlefield under your control at the end of, like, at the beginning of the next end step. Something like that would make it have a delay, so your opponent could get back their spell. Almost gotta... It could also make a copy. Yeah, there's ways they could do it. Oh, they're scorning him. Scorn to scorn. Ha! I did it! I found red mana. Eshki's gonna learn how to read. Yeah, it's 2 games in a row where crime definitely slowed things down. Oh, hey, Atali. Bridgeworks battles. They don't have a mana to pay the ward or the other ward. What's the other card? Oh, Rift. They could Rift the Tome. I think you actually Bridgework battle the Goose, because it's 2 more. Oh no, they have haste on that. Yeah, that's fine. That makes sense. People can mana drain, let me House Meld. Yeah. Real. Take out Helana and Elena. Goodbye, beautiful women. Oh, right. I need a creature I can cast, because that was my red. Yeah, I guess I should have gone for the book. Oh, no, there we go. All works out. Eshki. Eshki's gonna learn how to read. Boop. And I'll swing in, since she does have Vigilance. And it gets me Consider. I'll probably consider playing that next turn. I also have the Sapphire Collector to help me recast somebody's spells from the graveyard as long as I have the mana for it. Cabaret Rebels finds them. Tiny Hobbit. Darsel is able to recast Looting or Insidious Fungus. Insidious Fungus, they do have 2 mana up, so if they wanted to, say, destroy Tome of Gadwick, they could. If I would like to, I could double block here. Or I could go to 1. I would need to double block, by the way, because they can destroy the Tome, and then this doesn't die. I'm gonna go to 1. Because I'm brave. Or stupid. Maybe both. It's fine. I'm one short of reusing temporal manipulation. I have 4 mana. I could house meld a Tali. That sounds so fun. Oh my god, I need to. What? I know what I'm about. Jarcel's a good business boy. They can free him from business, though. If I transform it, I don't think it's a creature. Oh, or is it? It has the creature text on it. No, my cool book! I will swing. With both, actually. Yeah. I'm at 1. You're at 1. We're all at 1 life here. If I survive to my next turn, I will try to flip a Tali for you. They're looting! Bolt for the dub? I mean, if they find it. I know Lightning Bolt's in their deck. Okay, well, they could find something off of Cabaret Revels. It is something I'm forced to block. It's Questing Beast. I can block it with the Sapphire Collector or with Eshki. I'm gonna trade. Yeah, okay. So I have lethal off the attack. Normally, I would say don't take extra game actions, but I really want to know. No, it stays. Huh, look at that. It stays an enchantment. I'll swing in. Yeah, we have lethal off Roxanne, lethal off attacks. Doesn't really matter. We take them out. And we found out that no, it does not transform into a creature. Science. Ketramos, the New Dawn. Going to be exiling my stuff and drawing cards. I will keep this hand. I've got a little bit of funky ramp. I have some non-creature and creature spells, though I'm going to be using this non-creature spell right away just to try to accelerate my game plan. I am going to make a amazing breeding pool that taps for all 3 colors. Oh, cool. Cabaret Revels. Yeah! I think most people are familiar with what Ketramos does. Exiles your stuff and draws cards while he does it, eventually becoming an indestructible creature that can attack and block with menace, gaining that life. You lose a little life from the card draw, you gain it right back. I have to exile from my hand. I think I'll drop Fuel Tank Feaster. I don't know. It's like I really do want to do crime. Yeah, I'm going to take out the extra turn spell. Oh, nice. Toma Gadwick. Bird. This will generate non-creature spells for me to cast each turn. And yes, I do need to do crime every day of my life. Amy will do everything to do crime. Listen. I understand. Kind of got a one-track mind. It's a free equip because of the arm scavenger. Pardon, what? I think that's asking would I like to sacrifice the knife to throw at the skullcap snail. What a way to ask, though. Let's get a mana dork. I love Arg 1 out of range of 0. Really into it. Monkey with a knife. Big fan of monkey with a knife. The ghost vacuum can start slurping up those lands from the graveyard. And creatures and other things. Drawing them a card from Ketramos. They got a Mock Samber, so they still have 3 mana up. What do you have there, Ragavan? A knife? Yes. Exiling will get them double value here. One from that entering the battlefield again, and another from Ketramos getting to draw. 1, 2, 3, 4 mana. If I get a land, I could Eshki Tome of Gadwick. I'll drop Oracle, Loot. I think Loot's going to be worse against them. Even though it is just like pile low value, the deck. Masco Immolation. Not a land. The Oracle gets a discount. I can still play Eshki. I just want more value. So I am going to go to combat here. Yeah. Swinging with... Wait. Did I have removal? Swinging with the Thieving Aven and Ragavan. The monkey is going to throw the dagger at the snail. Good monkey. It gives you 1 effect before being exiled, and Oracle gets you 9. The Oracle, the Alpha, just puts those super cheap non-creature spells into my deck for Eshki, which is great. I want to steal. I want to steal, I want to steal, I want to steal, I want to steal, I want to steal. Let me steal. They exiled my bird. Okay. Fine. I didn't need that anyway. Because I have more birds. See? More birds! 2 of them! I'm breaking your cool vacuum, too. Sorry, Luigi. Is it appropriate to say sucks to suck here? Because it's like a vacuum cleaner? Oh, also, there are now 7 cards in exile. Because I was exiling things like this. They did. They gifted me a tapped fish. And it's a board wipe. I still only have 2 lands. At least I'm getting mad value off of this. We definitely use the impending here. Even though this would take something out of exile. Cyber Siphoner sees nothing. Because I need lands. Yeah, they're like Luigi's Mansion. I know, it's also like Ghostbusters. But I know what I like. And I like Professor Egad. Oh, someone in chat has a Luigi's Mansion deck. Gosh, I wish that were me. They're stealing my monkey. They slurped them up. Monkey's ghost. I have no scruples for you to un. Could finally play Eshki and technically get the trigger. No, I don't have enough mana. That's so sad. trying to decide between x equals 1 and x equals 2. Because I'm not sure if I want to be able to, like, make sure I can recast the card I got on the tome. I think I do. Okay, so. Cyber Siphoner. Tome. It's a sleight of hand. I'll take that trade. Okay, they can just recast stuff. I need a land. Well, that's just gonna get discarded. Okay. There's a lot of lands in my deck, I promise. Yep. Chat just called the lands command, and MTG bot says they're in there. I think there's 40 lands and a couple MDFCs. It's fine. It's fine. Look, I also added the Moxen into my deck. Those are like lands. Dang. Lands, am I right? Yeah. Let me hit them with the. Yeah, lands. Am I right? Scraps, am I right? My cat just came in. Revenge. Hi. Yeah, Scraps, you want to be in the video? She did not bite my toes today. She came in and she's sitting politely next to me. Probably requesting that she get a treat, a kibble perhaps. Would you like a kibble, girl? You want to come up here and watch me die? Yes, you do. Who's a good girl? Mwah. Oh, also, I did lose. Good game. Sagan Raider Warlord. Such a strong commander because it grows all of your creatures, eventually giving them all first strike. And it's also, like, very difficult to block and take out the cards that they'll be playing. I gotta start with this, the Ketria Triome. Next turn, maybe it's Monkey time. Maybe it's Arm Scavenger time. Maybe it's holding up Counterspell, because Sagan really is that scary. And also, once it comes down, it starts their engines, and, well, their engines starting cannot be stopped. There's no way to stop the engines. Unstart their engines? I feel like the card Flood the Engine should do that. Yeah, Scraps, you're so good! You saw Ketramos, who was another cat, and you said, I want to come in and be part of the video. I'm a cat, too. How's Eshki been treating me? Awesome. She's great. Been winning lots of games, doing lots of cool stuff. Also doing just, like, general, like, teamer nonsense. This came up when I was building the deck, but this deck actually started as my loot deck. I had played this deck with literally just the cards from loot and a couple adventures thrown in before I turned it entirely into its own deck. Eshki, she works really well just as teamer value. You don't really need to plan around her, but it's better if you do. So, like, yeah, take a good stuff deck, make it even more good stuff. So they didn't play Sagan here, which kind of weird, all right. Mwah. Yeah, I love you too, girl. Monkey. I'm taking away some of my diversity of mana in the name of holding up a counter spell. Yeah, so good this kitty cat is. I don't know why they didn't play anything. Okay, Solitude. They can exile Monkey. Unless they, like, ephemerate this, though, that's fine. And now I have more instant speed interaction, this Brazen Borrower. Invasion of Gabagool! I'll counter that. I don't want you seeing my hand. Hopefully a land. Nope, Kayla's Kindling. I'll take out this Arms Scavenger. Arm Scavenger, going to be able to block this Guide of Souls for now, and also is going to be producing a spell every turn, specifically a non-creature spell. Gotta love these silly digital-only cards that feed into her. I literally looked through every single card that has Conjure on it to try and figure out which spells conjure creatures and non-creatures for this deck, because they all work out really nicely. Land. Make you into a little tank. And I'm planning on Brazen Borrowing. If I do it in response to Sagan's attack trigger, they will have no creatures with First Strike, and they will not get a buff. Oh my gosh, your purrs are so good, Scraps. Ooh, Anim Pakal. Good card. I'm gonna do this first. If you want to attack in, it's gonna be your Guide of Souls dying. Nice. I wonder if they have like a Patriarch's Humiliation or anything. Oh no, they had enough because they had so many creatures that... Okay, never mind. The Guide of Souls doesn't die. It becomes an angel. Scraps, are you an angel? Sagan might get printed onto a card later. Tapped. So no Eshki trigger this turn. I think I'll just go for the Fury. Being evoked, dropping Kayla's Kindling. So I can kill Anim Pakal. I am genuinely, like, afraid of that card. It is so good. And I could either play the Eshki or go for Brazen Borrower in the incredible Flying Arm Scavenger. Oh, people saying happy Passover. It's not sundown yet here. But yes, happy Passover. Enjoy your matzo balls. Enjoy your egg. Your maror. Your haroset. Your kitty cats being fluffy. Scraps, you should be so lucky you don't have to eat matzah. You're so lucky you don't have to eat matzah. She doesn't even know what matzah is. Oh yeah, I could have waited on this. An egg in these trying times. Real. So Arm Scavenger has damage prevention. 2 damage. Let's see. Scavenged Blade. Tormentor's Helm. Okay, 7 cut out. I want a flying Eshki. Very much. Oh, nice. Land. I could also, like... Rivers Rebuke them. I think I have a turn to do that, though. So let's go Eshki. The incredible Flying Eshki. Triggers. Pass the turn. Legion Loyalist gives... Can't be blocked by tokens in First Strike, right? Yeah. That's great when Sagan's out, too. Ooh, War Leader's Call. Everybody is now stronger, and I'm going to take direct damage. Speed up. Aw, Scraps is wondering if she can eat anything. She's genuinely staring at the jar of treats. And by treats, I mean they're kibbles. She's so cute. Yeah, they don't... Oh, they will get the buff on something. Yeah, it's just not enough. Dueling Rapier. But I'm just gonna bounce everything back into their hand. Getting my swings. Do a bit of damage. And maybe next turn, take an extra turn. GG, Sagan. Guys, look at that opening hand. It's got so many good cards in it. It's got ramp, it's got counter, it's got burn. It's got everything. It's got kitty cat. No, you just got a treat. You just got a treat, which is just a kibble, but you don't care. These are different kibbles than what she normally has to eat. So to her, they are a premium snackerel. Isn't it right, girl? Mwah. It's so cute the way she stands. I'll play Bloom Tender over holding up counter spells here. Because 3 mana gets me to 4 mana. I'm not getting mana screwed again. No! I'm gonna get mana screwed again! Yeah, at least it's 3 damage a turn. Like, oh my god, that was so sweet. This little head bump. I love you too, Scraps. She's rubbing on the microphone. I need mana. Thank you. Please ban Mana Drain from this format. I need another green so I can full cost Overlord. Oh lord, it's over. I got another mana source. I also still have Wash Away, but Hugs isn't gonna come down for a little while. Nice Mossborn Hydra. I'm wondering if this is just a Gruul landfall deck, kind of like an Omnath deck, since Hugs lets you play additional lands. Makes sense to me. Oh my god, I'm so lucky. I'm so lucky I can get rid of that Mossborn Hydra before it gets any bigger. More lands, please. Cool, good game. Elspeth Storm Slayer is terrifying. Seriously. This is a card that does it all. She makes tokens, doubles tokens, is removal, and can also make your tokens and all of your creatures flying, both defensively and offensively. They can attack and block. I mean, she makes them big. This card's ridiculous. I'm gonna still try my best to win. I've got good interaction, but I am genuinely like, this card is nuts. I'll try to land Eshki this turn. This could get like reprieved or tithed. It didn't. They could still kill it. Swords to Plowshares. They didn't. Huh. They also still have their Arid Mesa uncracked. Which, alright. They're just thinning their deck. Oh, I know I didn't crack it. It's because they wanted to draw more lands. Alright, they're using a Get Lost. Sure. Nice 1-mana Bone Crusher Giant. Cool bones, man. I want to save that for Eshki triggering. Something I identified when I was building my own Elspeth is that you can play this as a control commander, or as a mid-range commander, or as an aggro commander. I actually wouldn't be surprised if I run into, maybe not this one, but a Elspeth that is focused on wiping the board repeatedly, because she defends herself so well with tokens. Here's Eshki. And a Stomp to try and get both sides of this trigger. Nice, got a land. And now I have a 6/6 with Vigilance Trample Ward 1. Secure the wastes. Make a bunch of tokens at instant speed. Even better if Elspeth's out, but she can still just, like, buff them. They can't pay the ward, and so they leave the game. They could have defended themselves, buffing those up. I would not have been able to kill Elspeth unless I was able to trigger this, but I was able to either trigger it, casting Bone Crusher and a spell, and also take an extra turn. Like, I had Karnstein Portal Sundering, bounce a permanent, swing in. I think I had that game in the bag. They had a little bit of a slow start. And I had a very, very, very fast start. GG. Felithar, Dawn of the Abzan. Felithar is an Abzan commander that lets you sacrifice a permanent when it enters or attacks to put counters on all of your creatures. I have a little bit of ramp here. I can play an additional land on my second turn. I've got spell generation for Eshki. I've got good stuff. I think I've been pretty open about the fact that those are in the reason these are in the deck is because they are good and in these colors. They're good and they're in these colors. What else do you need? Aw, Charitable Levy. That's gonna make some of my spells cost more. Like the thing I was going to do. This will eventually go away. Whenever a player, either player, casts a non-creature spell, they will be adding to their collection. Eventually it sacrifices itself. Neat. Cool way to slow things down. And then they played Thorn of Amethyst. Okay. I'm gonna just play Giuseppe, since everything is being taxed. Scaps, you are being so good right now. YouTube is gonna love you. YouTubers, you have to say that you love my cat. You have to. In the comments section, I hope everything is just like, wow, Scraps is so cute. She's the best. Every video needs to have Scraps in it. Yeah, they're really harshing on the whole casting non-creature spells part of my deck. Kellen, can you come out here and, like, smash this? Kellen loves breaking rocks. I don't know why he's into it, but he's very into it. Aw, TwitchChat says they love Scraps. Yeah! Scraps, when are you gonna be on Shuffle Up and Play? Voice of Resurgence. When this dies, it makes a big old token? Ugh, I'm getting all allergies up. Yeah, so they're gonna sacrifice that before I can smash it, because they know I want to smash it. What can I say? I'm a woman who likes to smash rocks. Alright, I can now afford to do Eshki and get her trigger. But do I want to? I kind of want to just throw rocks at things. Roxanne, come throw some rocks at things. We smash rocks, we throw rocks. This deck rocks. It's been doing so well for me. You know what? Eshki is appropriate for having Scraps out, because I think she rides like either a giant cat or a giant dog. Oh, it's a giant dog. I think that it's the Abzan have giant cats. Are any of them visible in this art? No. Ooh, Pitted Gargantua. I'll take 5. Oh, I'm no longer being taxed! Yippee! Oh, look, Scraps! I don't have to pay my taxes anymore! I don't. Loot, loot. No. Yes. Good girl. Good kitty. Scraps, you're like Roxanne. You throw rocks at things too. Help me win the game. GG, Felithar. Sorry Eshki didn't come out. The taxes made the game plan a little weird. Thank you so much for watching this episode of Brawl Stars, and thank you to my special guest Scraps for sticking around for so long. Eshki Dragonclaw kicks butt, and you don't have to do that much to build around her because her ability is kind of generic. It's like cast a creature and a non-creature. There are ways to enable that, like a lot of the alchemy cards I'm playing, adventures as well, but also oftentimes your deck, you could play, say, non-creature ramp, something that puts a land into play, and then a creature, and then Eshki triggers, and you get more cards and more bigger Eshki. You could do plot. There's so many different ways to enable it that it feels like you don't actually have to work that hard to enable it. But in this deck, I found that the digital-only cards were all stars. The things that generate a spell every turn are huge. And of course, the Snapcaster effects are also a cool way to get more value. Unfortunately, like many Temur decks, the strongest way to build this deck, I think, is going to be using these extra turn spells and the big wipes, because they're good, and they work well with Eshki's abilities, clearing the way so you can swing in with a giant, ever-growing creature. Some people had mentioned that you can even take advantage of this ability by taking extra combats, but extra turns are like extra combats where you also get to untap everything and draw even more cards and do even more stuff. It's one of those things where sometimes the wrong answer is the right answer, and I do really wish that some of the cards that I have in this deck would be removed from this format, because they feel like they swing games way too much. But this deck is great. It won almost every single game I played today, and that's good. I think I lost to Mana Screw, and well, that just happens sometimes, even in a deck that's got lots of ramp and fixing in it. If you're looking for my deck list, it's in the description of the video. And if you'd like to suggest a commander from Tarkir Dragonstorm, please let me know in the comments. But really, I do hope that the comments are all just, hello, I love your cat. Your cat is very cute. She's very, very pretty. She needs more treats. Because she does. She needs all the treats forever and ever and ever and ever. Thank you all so much for watching, and have a brawlful day.